everyone, Gil here at GrayManPrepping. On this episode of Your Prep for Today, I want to talk to you about sweets. But first, before I get into sweets and all that sugary confectionist, I want to talk to you about, for those of you that haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's a great time. Just go ahead and click this button right down here. It's the red button that says subscribe, and then ring the notification bell to pop up afterwards. That way you'll get notified every time I post up one of these educational videos. All right, sweets. Now, I'm not talking, talking sweets, not just for kids, okay? Previously on one of the Your Preps for Today, I talked about sweets and stuff for kids. Well, I'm talking about stuff for adults too, because sweets aren't just for kids. Now, some of you are probably going, why are you worried about sweets for adults? Well, a simple fact is that sweets can really lift the spirits, and we're talking a morale issue, or people are getting depressed and everything else. You need to lift their spirits up, and sweets can do that. There are very different ways of doing it. One, basically, if you're out working in the snow or in the cold or the rain or whatever, trying to get stuff set up for your survival and everything else, and you're really getting wet, cold, miserable, and you're just, like, oh, is this really worth it, type thing. Coming into a nice cup of hot chocolate with marshmallows or something in it, or a cup of hot spiced apple cider, something that's sweet and delicious, can really lift your spirit. Now, some other things to consider is, candy bars and stuff really don't have some of them have a long, quote, long shelf life. But if you're into an event that's lasting several years, you don't want to be trying to eat something that's you had in stock several years before the event started. Some candies, though, last practically forever. The little peppermints or the hard butterscotch, the hard candies, those things practically have a indefinite shelf life on them. So there are certain things you can stock that you don't have to worry about rotating through so much, because they don't expire. So this is something you need to look at for your family, for figuring out what it is that you can stock that'll help lift spirits. Now, for a word of warning, you got to take into consideration what everybody in the family likes. The example was back when I was a kid, for Christmas, my parents started out getting those up when they first started to come up with the mini candy bars and stuff. They would, go out and they get the Snickers and the Almond Joys and stuff like that, and put it in our Christmas stockings. And me and a couple of my brothers would, don't want this. And well, why not? We don't like nuts, remember? And the light bulb would go off. Oh, and so they start getting stuff, the candies that don't have nuts in it, that everybody likes anyways, and everybody was happier. So make sure you are getting the candy bars or hard candies that people like. My wife doesn't like butterscotch, so the hard butterscotch candies, I'm not going to get those for her. Now, what's interesting is the mini Tootsie Rolls. Yeah, they start to get hard after a while and become like a hard candy. But I tell you, my wife still likes them. My grandsons, especially Daniel, he just goes ape over those things. And he'll put it in his mouth and he'll suck on it and chew on it a little bit and try chewing on it. And for hours he'll suck on that thing. And it's it keeps him busy, keeps him happy. And speaking of keeping him happy, keep all of you happy too. So remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicines, clothing, sweets, because you want to be able to keep your family happy, thriving in a disaster situation. Also, you want to share this out to friends, neighbors, relatives, coworkers, so that they have a chance to get prepared. So they're not coming after your supplies and taking the food and stuff from your family when you need it.